mean, I think the data, it is early, it's phase 1, but it's very encouraging in terms of what we've seen. So this is neutralizing antibodies, those antibodies that actually bind the virus and can have an effect in promoting an immune response. I guess what we need to see now is we're comparing this to levels of the type of antibodies that we see in recovered patients. And the levels are much higher, but we still need to see if this is a high enough level of antibody production to actually prevent infection.
What we've got so far, 17 drugs have been tested on humans at this stage around a vaccine. Some of the numbers that MIT offered up were that last year they found 1 in 3 vaccines in the first stage of testing later gained approval. So it's purely a numbers game, isn't it? That if we have enough vaccines going, that one of them might work.
I think, this pandemic has definitely thrown up an opportunity for us to see what happens when we collaborate in a pre-competitive context, which is what we're seeing with this vaccine effort. We have to be very careful, though, that we're not too hasty in rushing the science. Yes, it is a case of trialing drugs in patients, but you have to remember the vaccines are giving to healthy individuals. So we're not giving a drug to someone who's already sick. This is being given to large numbers of healthy patients, healthy individuals. And it's risk mitigating that along the way to make sure that it's safe for the general good.
That is an important point, isn't it? The treatments will still be very much a part of the mix. And even around some of these vaccines, we're hearing that it might just mitigate some of the impacts of the virus, not completely prove some form of immunity. What do you make of that? Because I think as we've been talking about vaccines for markets and improving market confidence, that there is a view that you get a vaccine and you're 100% protected. That may not be the case, right?
I think that's really key. I think especially with this first generation of vaccines, it's unlikely to prevent infection completely. It's likely to reduce the burden of the disease, but not prevent infection. And so we still have to manage all the public health issues around contracting the virus and at-risk populations. But it's not a panacea, and certainly it's unlikely that the first vaccine to, quote unquote, cross the line will be the one to really quell this pandemic.